Um, hope everybody is doing well. Oh, now I'm going to have the hiccups. Oh, that's just great. Hi, Adonis. When I get the hiccups, they keep coming back all day long. Isn't that crazy? Mega love. Mega love. Okay, when it comes to love, disconnect from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Now, if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. However, don't make any decisions until you're ready. However, you might need to disconnect from something or someone that no longer serves you in order for your love life to move forward. And then when that happens, you got water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Anything that's well functioning could move forward, but anything like there's anxiety or disconnect or any of that bullshit needs to move into the past. And then you have water coming in. Queen City for tomorrow. May feel like personal relationships are functioning better. Could be spending time with an Aquarius or an Aries. A disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past. Life moves forward. You may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Artisha for the weekend. Weekend messages. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead you to success around work, school, or business. Life's moving forward. You may be planning travel, and the hard work you put into work, school, or business, or whatever it is you're doing this weekend will pay off. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You may have some money coming in. Listen to your intuition, and life begins to move forward. Empress could be bringing in love and money or more of it. Comet, can I trust Lara or is she unreliable? I think she's more or less reliable. Yeah. Alessandra for the weekend. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition and walk away from people, places, and things that you feel no longer serve you. Cosmic Journal for December. Journal for December. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. New beginnings around the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. A new job or business opportunity could be bringing in more money and alleviating some financial stress. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Not bad. Cinnamon for today. Cinnamon for today. Slow and steady wins the race, but life begins to move forward. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Could be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. A new journey begins. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around both personal and professional relationships today. Stacy for today. For today, life comes into balance and you may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, and also a little bit financially secure. Don't look back on the past today. Life is moving forward with a wish coming true. Disappointments or heartaches will heal and move into the past if you let go of what's no longer serving you. Stacy, love for today. Love for today. Depends where you are in your love life. The cards indicate life is moving forward, not backwards. Don't look back on the past. If something has been stuck or stagnant or disappointing, it may be time to leave that in the past. Anything that's caused anxiety or that's been tumultuous or argumentative. And then there's new beginnings on the horizon. I don't know what that's going to be today, though. And then you have relief coming in around love. So it depends where you are in your love life. Anything that's dysfunctioning, there may be relief in leaving it behind. Anything that's well-functioning could move forward, but you may need to leave the past in the past. If you're not with anyone, leave the past in the past and life moves forward with someone new. But that might not be today. It just may be on the horizon. Emily, I sent my CV to a truck dispatch company. Being a university professor for 13 years, now unemployed. How will that unfold? Good. I mean, you got potential here. Things could move forward around this quickly. And it looks good. Not bad. Not bad. Alessandra, will I be able to take out that small loan today? I was going to go on my lunch at work. I think you will be able to. Yes, most likely. Dakota for the weekend. Dakota for the weekend. You may have a wish that comes true and a disappointment is healing and moving into the past. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you express your wants and needs around both personal and professional relationships. Maybe spending time with Fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you may have choices and options around social activity. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Not bad. Nat, General. Nat, General. Okay, you'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. There's relief coming in around life moving forward. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Maybe also be planning travel. Show empathy, General, for this week. You have listened to your intuition and negativity moves into the past. Don't look back on the past. Life moves forward. Luck is about to change for the better when you walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And then after that, the Empress could be bringing in love and money or more of it. I don't know if that's... like it might not happen all this week, but that may be what's coming on the horizon. May have choices and options around social activity. Hi, Anusha. Aries Sun for the next 24 hours. You may have a wish that comes true that could change life for the better quickly. You have the world at your feet. Maybe spending time with a Libra. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders and you could feel relief around life moving forward, or something may be relieving, like relieving stress. KB, General. KB, General. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan can make you feel relief, and you may be spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. There's a little more financial security coming in. You may have choices and options coming in around social activity. A disappointment or a heartache heals and moves into the past, and teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Not bad. Mirror, spirit guidance. Spirit cards. Two of Earth, too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. Renewal, Archangel Jeremiel, review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move in a new direction. Chariot, Archangel Metatron, an important achievement, self-discipline, willpower, public recognition. So this morning, want to hear what happened? My dad's like, oh, I want to see Avery get on the bus. Like he's never seen her get on the bus before, but okay. So he calls me at 5 to 8, and I don't know why. When I try to flip my phone around so that it's not looking at me on FaceTime, I don't know, the picture goes away. I got to see what's wrong with it. Anyhow, so I have Avery's backpack on my back, and I see the bus is coming, and I'm on the phone, and Avery gets on the bus without her backpack. So I'm like, does she really need it? Like, what's in there that she really needs? And my dad's like, oh, she's going to be upset if she doesn't have it. You better go take it over there. So I'm like, oh, great. Now, like this, in my pajamas, I got to go into the school and drop off the backpack. I'm going to catch hell for that. You put me on the bus, you didn't give me my backpack. I can just hear it now. Anyway. J for love, I'm single. You may not be single for much longer. World at your feet, and you have the Lovers here. So you could have a committed relationship coming in. Maybe with a Capricorn, could be with a Gemini. Exploring your options leads to success, and then you have relief coming in around your love life moving forward. Not bad, not bad. Sure, Daisy, what can I expect on my birthday this month? Oh, happy birthday. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures, and you could be planning travel. Maybe spending time with a Cancer or a Sagittarius. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and your luck changes for the better. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. Could be spending time with a Libra. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Might not be on your birthday, but around your birthday or coming up in the new year. Money comes in. Finances improve. Not bad. Not bad at all. Happy birthday. Maggie for the next 48. Maggie for the next 48. You may have you may hear from somebody hoping to hear from or receive good news. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and you might be feeling a little bit more grounded and stable financially. Life is moving forward, and you're ready for it. You have new beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. Disappointments heal and move into the past. The world is at your feet. Life is coming into balance, and somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Oh, good morning, Martisha. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Sarah, my day today. My day today. Okay, you got relief coming in. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you're clear about your wants and needs. You're no longer holding yourself back, and life begins to move forward. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You may have choices and options around social activity, not just today, but maybe the entire weekend. Gabs, thank you. Why does Kiana at Woodbine think that she's so superior to me? Why does she think she's better than me, especially when we both work at Woodbine? She doesn't think she's better than you. Okay, so you know what the issue is? She has low self-esteem and she has an ego problem. She doesn't think that she's good enough. So she tries to put out there that she's better than everybody and people can see through it. Maybe not everybody can see through it, but most people can. Yeah, she's a little jealous of you as well, but she doesn't think that she's better than you. She wants to try to prove she's better than you. She actually doesn't feel like she's as good as you. She feels unsuccessful. And you may be kind of living in her head rent-free. It's too bad for her. She's got to work on herself. Summons, General. Life comes into balance and begins to move forward towards greener pastures. With perseverance, you may receive good news. You may have cause for celebration that comes in around finances improving. A disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past, and you could be feeling a little bit more financially secure moving forward. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Not bad. Pallavi, love. Pallavi, love. You have a wish that comes true around love. Be clear about your wants and needs, and a new journey may begin. You may have choices and options when it comes to love. If you're undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But somebody may be making you an offer that would be hard to turn down. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, and don't be afraid to walk away from people that no longer serve you. Fire comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Not bad. Emily for the weekend with Soha. It depends what you have planned. If you have something planned, nothing is going to change. If you don't have anything planned, there's nothing is changing. Death is in reverse, which can indicate that things may be somewhat at a standstill or there's not a whole lot of growth around the situation. Knight of Cups in reverse can be a problem. It could be like somebody feeling restless, somebody maybe feeling like they've lost interest, or a little bit of a like moodiness, disconnecting, disappointing. Nothing bad is happening, but look out with the Knight of Cups in reverse, which could be anything from like feeling let down, disappointed, to feeling jealous. And it even could be like loss of interest. But if there are plans, the plans will move forward. You just might feel like it was nothing special. If there are no plans, it may be feeling disappointed that nothing is happening. Butterfly kiss for love. Butterfly kiss for love. Okay, if you're currently with someone, current relationship should be functioning very well. And if you're not with anyone, you've got water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, possibly an air sign, happiness coming in. Expressing your wants and needs around this situation may be helpful, but you may have more than one person. And if you're feeling undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Gabs. But that's why I'm so confused. She's such a gorgeous girl. Why do I live in her head rent-free? Doesn't matter what she looks like. It doesn't matter what she looks like. She doesn't feel like she adds up to you. So she may not think she's beautiful. She may think that other people think that you're smarter than she is. I mean, there are so many different reasons why she may be feeling disappointed in who she is. She may be feeling disconnected. She may feel like life is out of balance. And then there also could be an element of maybe she feels like all she's worth is her looks. Like she doesn't feel good about herself. And it's crazy, right? Because like you could look at somebody and think, like I remember thinking years ago when I heard, I think it was Cindy Crawford was cheated on. And I'm like, who cheats on Cindy Crawford? Like, what are you, an idiot? Right? But nobody, it doesn't matter what you look like. It's like nobody is exempt from heartache, and nobody, like, in order to feel good, like, you could be a troll living under the bridge, but if you feel good about yourself and you have healthy self-esteem, that's attracts people to you. She just doesn't feel good about herself, and she feels that you're smarter than she is. She doesn't, like, it's like when somebody is rich, right? Somebody who is really wealthy. And I used to work in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. If you know the area, it is very, very wealthy. Um, that's where one of the yoga studios were. And I mean, the houses, like, I would drive to work and I'd be like, what the fuck do you need to do for a living to live in a house like this? They would look like libraries, like big brick houses. I can't even imagine. Like, one woman was talking about having her bathrooms redone. She had 6 bathrooms. I'm like, who the fuck's got 6 bathrooms? Anyway, my point is, um, what was my point? Now I forgot. Very wealthy area. Oh yeah. So there was one woman that used to come in. She was an older woman, and you could just tell that she came from old money. Like, she didn't say anything. She wasn't flashy. She didn't have crazy jewelry on. You just could tell, right? But then you could have somebody come in that, like, made a lot of money last year for the first time in their life, and they came in like flaunting it, and you know that it's like easy come, easy go. It's like, maybe you had a good year last year, but that could turn around for you tomorrow. Like, it's just different, and you can see it. And it's the same thing with this person. Like, it doesn't matter how they look on the outside, it's how they feel. And they come off as very much feeling like, I'm not as good, or I don't equal. Yeah, especially if you're like someone on the same level, like, you know, like work-wise, like your colleagues, and she's not above you. And if she's below you work-wise, that's even more reason where she feels inferior. Anyhow, she's got some work to do. It just reminded me of, I don't know why. Do you guys know Bobbi Brown? She was the Cherry Pie Girl way back in the 90s. You remember her? She was very pretty. And I watched, I like her. I watched an interview with her. My friend Amy, who has long, thick, curly hair like mine and very dark, wanted me at like 14 or 15 or however old I was. No, we must have been 16 because she was driving. To give her the same hair color that this girl has. If you know her, you know that she's got like straight blonde hair. Anyway, you don't even want to know what I did to. Anyway, that's a whole other story. So I watched a video of her, and what she was saying was, in high school, somebody said to her, "You're never going to be anything but pretty." Can you imagine? And she was insulted by that. Like, she was like she wasn't worth anything more than her looks. And like, I've seen several interviews with her where she brings that up. So it's something that stuck with her. You're never going to be anything but pretty. You're not good at anything. That's terrible. But that's maybe similar to how this person's feeling. Lee, when Jordan the Gemini got into the fight, was it over his sexuality or something else? I think it may have been over something else. Like, it may have been that somebody thought that he was infringing on them. Like, I don't know what the specific situation is, but like, you got in my way, you got in my space. That doesn't belong to you. Like, who do you think you are? Like, maybe like it could have been like a battle of the egos. Gabs, I'm legitimately so confused why Kiana acts like I'm beneath her when we both struggle at Woodbine. It's a self-esteem thing. She's out of balance. She feels stuck and stagnant. She feels held back. You may both be struggling, but she thinks that you're better than her, but she would never admit that. I don't even know if she realizes it. She may not even realize it. Franklin Lakes is crazy. I would go out for a run, and like, if you're out running, like, you could really see things. And I'm like Like, these houses are crazy. And you know what? Good for all those people that live there. I just wonder, like, what do you need to do? What do you need to do to live there? Like, what do you need to do? I mean, I don't know, because it's the houses are crazy. Anyway. Eminem, love for Taurus. Love for Taurus. This person looks a little slow because they got death in reverse. However, if they're currently in a relationship, the relationship is probably functioning well and they're content. If they're not with anyone, they have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. They have a Cancer here. They've got slow and steady wins the race, but love is moving forward on stable ground. They also may have Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But they're kind of like a little slow and steady wins the race, which is fine. Amp show 6, romance. Hi, Mel. Romance should be heating up. Cut away people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Fire comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Not only that, but romance could lead to a committed relationship with long-term potential. You got the world at your feet. Not too bad. Not too bad. Virsha, General. Virsha, General. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Listen to your intuition and life begins to move forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may have somebody make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and maybe around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve. A new journey may begin, and you could hear from somebody hoping to hear from or receive good news. Lee, is the fire or the Cancer Jordan still communicating with? Is it the fire or the Cancer Jordan is still communicating with? These are two separate people. Is Jordan still communicating with the fire sign? How about the Cancer? I think he communicates with both of them, yeah. Purely Precious, next in love with Roger. Things look a little slow. 8 of Rods is in reverse. But you do have communication either coming in or picking up. Things are a little out of balance between the two of you. 6 of Pentacles is in reverse, but there is communication coming in or picking up. Metal Rain, General for today. General for today. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the day. Not bad. Not a bad day. Lucky, General. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and then you have happiness coming in. And then you may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on, and a disappointment heals. Life moves forward and you're ready for it. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Not bad. Not a bad day. Amy for the next 48 for Sunny. This person could be spending time with a Capricorn. They have a wish coming true. They may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Something nice may happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading their home. They also may feel like life is moving forward and they're ready for it. Feeling ambitious, they should be able to accomplish whatever they set their mind to. Maggie, work for next week. Work for next week. Work looks okay. You got a new journey that could be beginning. You may get some good news coming in. Could feel relief around life moving forward. The week may fly by quickly. Perseverance pays off and you'll be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. TVET, will they give us a day off next week due to the inclement weather coming? If the weather is bad, yes, they'll give you the day off. Sudeshni, love with Johan for December. Okay, well, it depends where you are in this relationship. It looks like this has been a situation that may be somewhat of a cycle. And there, you got a tower here. Now, I don't know if this is something that's happened previously or this is something that's coming or you've been avoiding it or whatever the situation is. But it looks as if this relationship is sort of running in a cycle of like disappointments, highs and lows. And you may need to make a decision as to whether or not you want to stay on this ride. Listen to your intuition, express your wants and needs around the situation, and see what happens. You might be feeling stressed or burdened, yeah, or even disappointed. Depends where you are in the relationship. Amen for the rest of the week with O. Things look out of balance. Justice is in reverse. And there may be some indecision around the situation, but there should be communication coming in, or communication could be picking up. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation could be helpful. Raj M, next 24 hours. You have a wish that comes true. Maybe spending time with an Aquarius or a Libra. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and you may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Susie, finances. Finances look okay. You have money coming in. Life is coming into balance. Cause for celebration around things moving forward. Between now and the end of the year, it may be a little slow, but once we get past the new year, I think the first quarter of next year, you should have more money coming in, or paying off a bill of debt or a loan or something that's making finances a little bit easier. D for today. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward, making decisions that push life forward towards greener pastures. Perseverance pays off, and you may be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Slow and steady wins the race, but life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Oh. Liz, love general. You have somebody making you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and a disappointment may be healing and moving into the past. That's good. You could be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be a Sagittarius. Although you have an Aries here too. Negativity moves into the past. Sagittarius is around. Negativity moves into the past. May have an Aries. May have water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Explore your options and don't settle for less than you want or deserve. If you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Comment why Jay didn't want to post his song performance publicly yet. Maybe feeling a little bit like insecure or self-conscious. Yeah, like he's working up the nerve. He probably will, and it'll probably be successful. Magician's heart, love. If you feel like something has been dysfunctional, lots of arguments and disappointments and hurts, you may decide to leave it in the past. Listen to your intuition. Anything that's stagnant should move into the past, and then your love life may move forward with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You do have new love coming in. If you're already with someone, as long as your relationship is well functioning, it could move forward. But anything that's dysfunctional needs to move into the past. Otherwise, you'll stay stagnant. Shrine for the Broken. What's coming in next in love for me? Next in love, you've got choices and options that come in. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Voice your opinion and don't hold back. You're calling the shots. You've got fire here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You may have water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders and life moves forward. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Amber, love. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got new energy coming in. Maybe beginning a new journey that brings in relief around love moving forward. And it may be with air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could be something that comes in out of the clear blue sky, bringing in romance and success around love. If you're already with someone, current relationship should be functioning well. Vicky, general for tomorrow. For tomorrow, you may have choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life changes for you for the better quickly, or your luck is changing, and areas of your life that have been stagnant may now start to move forward. Teamwork is favored, or cooperation and compromise around whatever it is you decide to do tomorrow. Overall, it's a pleasant day. Dishi, work for the next 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, negativity moves into the past. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But you may get good news around work. You could have money coming in, and expressing your wants and needs around career could be helpful. Over the next 2 weeks, you may see some success coming in. Pretty good. Migu for the next 24. Migu for the next 24. You could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Money comes in and you may be feeling a little bit more financially secure. Like you could be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Life comes back into balance. Step, will my finances improve? Slow and steady wins the race, but you should see an improvement over the course of the next 6 months. Emily Shaw, near future for Jane and me. You have communication coming in or picking up, maybe spending time together. Life is coming into balance, and there's growth, change, and transformation coming in and around this situation. Could be planning travel, possibly a road trip, or there may be travel around the situation. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. Anusha, Dar shows feelings for Anusha. He wants to marry me. I don't know how serious he is, okay, let's see. You know, I think he's serious because you've got the 3 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, but he's slow. 8 of Rods is in reverse. There's mutual respect here. He may find you to be respectful, smart, intelligent, hardworking, attractive, down-to-earth, kind, caring, and compassionate. Hi, Ivo. Anthony, what circumstances will lead me to my next hookup? I don't know what the circumstances are going to be. I can only tell you if there are people coming in, but I don't know. Like, you've got to take the journey. You have a Leo coming in. You have a Gemini. You also have an Aries here. So you may have some choices and options around love. Exploring your options leads to success. Anything that's been disappointing or stagnant, leave it in the past and life moves forward. Lioness, finances, specifically worried about paying upcoming rent in full. I don't get my first paycheck until the end of January. I think you're going to be okay, though. It's like a little slow and steady wins the race, but you have a wish that comes true that makes it work. Perseverance pays off, and life moves forward. Yeah, you should be okay. I know. I hate it. I hate it. I'm in the same situation. Like, I was talking to my dad yesterday. He's like, "Did you pay everything?" I'm like, "I have everything set up to be paid. Just hoping I get the money there in time. I think I will." But then I said to him, I go, "But then I have taxes in January, and I also have Avery's ice skating coming up in January." So he's like, "Well, worry about that when you get there." I know it sucks, but you know, I can't really talk to him about taxes because he's like, "It's your fault for living in New York State," and he's right. He's right. Because the taxes here they're just ridiculous. Anyhow. And like, for what? For what? For what? What do I got? Nothing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Charlie, cards for Christmas period. Things look pretty good. So feeling grounded and stable, being guided by the divine, feeling happy and content. There may be choices and options that are coming in around social activity. Teamwork is favored around whatever it is that you're doing, or cooperation and compromise. It looks good overall. You have like happiness coming in. Lay down the law, set boundaries, or don't be afraid to express your wants and needs. So whatever the situation is, like if you feel like you need somebody to help you with something, like let them know. Don't rely on them to figure it out, because they won't. Priyanka, is Harishikesh regretting his behavior with me? Will he contact me? As of right now, I don't see regret around the situation. It looks as if he's setting a boundary or like he's turned away from this situation. I don't specifically see communication coming in from him. So if you want to speak to him, I suggest that you reach out to him. Charlie, how will the little guy find Christmas this year? Is this his first or second Christmas? He's probably going to have a blast. He's going to have a good time. Be happy and content, cause for celebration. I wonder, like if it may even be a little overwhelming at some point. Emin, how do you see work with N? Is she belittling me or respectful and fair? I'm afraid of how to approach her specifically when I need help. I mean, the first card that comes up is like mutual respect. So I think that you may feel awkward now, but the longer you work with her, the easier it gets. And it actually could be a good working relationship. You got happiness coming in around it. I would say, and relief. If this is somebody that you're newly working with, it may be awkward in the beginning. But no, it should be respectful and fair, and you should do better the longer that you work together. Oh, it's his second Christmas. Oh my God, he's going to love it. He's going to love it. Avery's second Christmas, we got COVID. But you know what we did? And it wasn't terrible. We watched, what's the one about the train? Polar Express, like 1,000,000 times. Just laid on the couch and watched that. This year, Avery was like afraid to take pictures with Santa, so I didn't force her. I'm like, do you want to take pictures with Santa? She says no. Okay. And I brought her over like to see him. I'm like, do you want to take pictures? And she's like, nope. Like she'll only peer around the corner and look at him, but it's like she's afraid. So I just leave it alone. Susie, in your future for T the Capricorn, he's distant. I don't know why. You'll hear from him. You know, it's like he's got a lot going on. He's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like, he's kind of like dragging you along, but he's not really putting in a whole lot of effort. But you're going to hear from him and he's going to want to get together. So that's up to you. It's slow and it's sporadic. So you may feel like this is not enough for you, or we either have to shit or get off the pot. That may be something that you express to him at some point. But you'll hear from him. Well, you're doing the Santa train this year in the local. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Now we're already, and I feel like it's young, with the teeth falling out, which grosses me out. Grosses me out. First one she lost at the ice rink. How appropriate. And the second one, they both have to be traumatic. The tooth was loose. And then she was like, she had already had her lessons, and like the kids that are in the group lesson usually stay and practice, and they were like fooling around with one another, and she ran into one of the kids, boom, and the tooth came out. So there's that. She was hysterical. I couldn't calm her down. And then the second one, she gets off the bus from school and she's like, you gave me an apple. You gave me an apple for my snack and my tooth came out and I swallowed it. I'm so mad at you. She's always mad at me. And when she does that, I'm like, I can't help but laugh. I'm like, it's okay. The tooth fairy knows where you live. I'll send a message. You'll still get your money. I'm so mad at you. I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't have to see it or deal with it because I hate the teeth thing. Ugh, I could deal with anything else. Throw up, poop, piss. I'm okay with that. It's the teeth. I don't know what it is about the teeth. Anyway. Charlie, wellness roll in 26. Had a run-in with B, so upset. Oh, no. But you know what? You should move past it because you've got things are moving forward successfully. And being guided by the divine, you're no longer holding yourself back. Life is moving forward. I think whatever it is will move into the past and success comes in. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, bring in a little more financial stability. Life moves forward. Not bad. Oh, Charlie, yours went down the sink. You're trying to wash it. That's so cute. But Avery's only in kindergarten. Like, I don't think I started losing my teeth until like well into first grade. It's traumatic. Mihak, General. Mihak, General. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Disappointments heal and move into the past. You may have money coming in. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Could be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it may resolve itself and move into the past. Not bad. Brenda, General for today and tonight. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and good news comes in around work, school, or business. You may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could have money coming in or news of money coming in. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. You may be spending time with a Pisces. Sarah, when do you see the YouTube account I'm posting on every day getting monetized? Oh my God. It's been almost 3 years and I still can't get, Avery's is still not monetized. Yeah, it's slow. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. I don't know how long ago you started it, but there's a 9 around it. If you've been doing it a long time, maybe within the next 9 weeks. If you just started it, maybe within the next 9 months. But I can tell you from Avery's got well over 1 million views on her account, and she's got almost 1,100 subscribers, but she still doesn't come close to the hours. I think she's got 244, then you need 3,000. It's crazy. I don't know. They've changed something because it wasn't like that for me. It wasn't like that for me. You needed 4,000 hours, but I can't figure out why I have more hours than she had, because I only did it in 6 months, and I didn't have, like, I was monetized a really long time before I hit 1 million views. A really long time. Like, I feel like I just recently hit 1 million views not that long ago. And what about Instagram? I've noticed that my Instagram, I've been getting a lot more views on my Instagram, but I'm waiting for a bonus and they haven't sent any. So I don't know, how long do you have to wait for that? Any idea? Because it's crazy. I mean, they sent me once a bonus in, like, it was 2023. I looked back, and then I really wasn't very active on Instagram, and I just recently started, and I'm getting like between 500 and 1,500 views on some of my videos, but it just started to pick up recently, so maybe I gotta wait a little while. I mean, I don't know why they make it so difficult. They never figure it out. No, it's true. You got to be crystal clear. Macy, General for the day. Maybe feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, and there may be success coming in. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A wish comes true. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and something may happen that makes you happy with the sun. Latoya, good morning. Was it my son's father, Tay, who DM'd me on Instagram? I don't think it was. If it was somebody with like a, I think it was like a, no, I think it was, it looks like whoever, yeah. I wouldn't answer it because I think it's like one of those fake accounts. But I don't think it's anyone that's really looking to speak to you. Yeah. Maybe somebody like, I don't know, like a catfish kind of a person. Alpha, general. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on, and somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve. And then you may be spending time with maybe a Leo, but you also have another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, around. Space Hippie Girl, general. Maybe spending time with a Capricorn. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve. Not bad. Mel, my mother's friend is losing her teeth, and for some odd reason, she refuses to throw them away. I'm like, why? You're too old to believe in the tooth fairy. Yeah, why? I don't know. Kimon, general. You have new beginnings on the horizon that could lead to success, and teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Maybe spending time with a Libra, and then perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Not bad. Sarah, I hope yours does too. It's so annoying, right? Andrea, will I find a new job by January? You could find one before the end of January. Yeah, that's possible. Raymond, I walked out of my boss's meeting. What was said, and did he realize he came at me wrong since I'm the hardest worker here? Well, I think everybody knew that you were upset, and he may be feeling a little embarrassed. That's okay. I do think he thinks that you're a hard worker, and he has a lot of respect for you. Somebody may have said something to him about the way that he spoke to you or something. Yeah, there's going to be more to come. Fool is in reverse. So let's see what happens. Joyce, what are Themba's intentions towards me? I don't see any specific intentions as of right now, but there is communication either coming in or picking up. If you have specific intentions for this person, I would let them know. But if you don't, things may just move forward organically. Oh, hello from Cyprus. I'm in New York. Freezing my ass off over here. Emily, I felt exhausted, low energy, and irritable for the last 2 weeks. What's happening? I just think you're going through a tough moment. You have a lot going on. There's some indecision, feeling like you're running out of patience. You may be feeling a little stuck or stagnant. It's going to pass. It's going to pass. I feel like a lot of us are feeling like that. Tanya, what are some's intentions towards me? I don't see any specific intentions at this point. If you have intentions for them, I would let them know how you feel. Things look a little slow, but like well balanced as of right now. Dishi, I answered for you. Mavita, what's Mila think about me? This person could feel that you're strong, confident, genuinely happy, pleasant to be around, hardworking, a team player, somebody who was down to earth, somebody who was smart and intelligent. Not bad. Not bad. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? Essence for the rest of the day and the weekend. From now through the weekend. Negativity moves into the past. An old wound heals and moves into the past. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Life is moving forward and you're ready for it. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the weekend. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And something may happen that makes you happy with the sun. Not bad. Not bad. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? Latoya, the cards don't pick him up as, well, I guess it could be a catfish if he was catfishing, but why wouldn't he just tell you who he was? Like, why would you pretend that you're somebody else if he really wanted to talk to you? The cards indicate that you were being, like, catfished. Well, when's the last time that you actually spoke to this person? Because I don't see why would he message you from a fake account and then tell you that he was him after the fact. Cards did not pick up that it was his energy. There's deceit around it. Now, that could be that he's being deceitful, but the cards read it like it's a catfish, but I guess it could be if you're pretending to be somebody else. What would be the point in messaging somebody from a phony account? If you spoke to him from his own page and you asked in a different way, you're not going to get a correct answer. You can't test the cards like that. Do you see what I'm saying? If your question is unclear, you're going to get an unclear answer. It's like if I were to ask a question, does Josh love me? I'm going to get an answer to that question, but there is no Josh in my life. So you're not going to get a clear answer. If you're deceitful, you're going to get deceit. Just like when people, like, they try to ask the same question 50 times from a different account, the answer may be slightly different, but it's always still similar. So if you're asking a deceitful question, you're going to get deceit. And that's all there is to it. The account wasn't fake. She told me the account was fake. So she really spoke to him. So if you're in a situation where you're so desperate to try to figure out what's right and what's wrong, what are you doing to begin with? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if this person wants to be with you, for any of us, somebody wants to be with you, then you're with them. If you have to try to trick the cards to try to see if they're accurate, you're only going to get deceit because you're being deceitful. No, he didn't call her from a fake page. She actually spoke to him, but she led me to believe that it was somebody that DM'd her that wasn't him. So she said, did the person that DM'd me, was it him? Knowing that it already was him. So you're deceitful. So you're going to get a deceitful answer. There was no fake page, but we asked about a fake page. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like if I ask, how's my job interview going to go today? How's my job interview going to go today? You're going to be unsuccessful. I don't have a job interview. Do you see what I mean? So if you're not, and that's like the same thing I say to these people when they're like, me and Tim. What the fuck is me and Tim? That's not a question. Who is Tim? What do you want to know? Are me and Tim going to be in a committed relationship? Is Tim, my boss, going to give me a promotion? That's how you get a clear answer. You get a clear answer when we know what we're talking about, not when we're, how does Joe feel about me? Who is Joe? Because these cards are going to give you a different answer depending on who it is you're talking to. It's like how many times I'll say, brand new relationship, you just met him last week. Is he in love with me? No, he's not in love with me. You just met him Tuesday. But you've been dating for 3 months and you're curious to where the relationship is going. There's a difference. Knight of Cups, if shows up, it's going to be different. Anyway. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for? And another layer is, if you've ever been contacted by a fake page, the cards would answer that. So if you've ever been contacted by a fake page, by, one of those random people, then the answer would have been correct, because it wasn't him. It was a fake person. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. No, you don't have to apologize. It's all right. It's okay. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. For years, my friends and I went to every reader. We went to every astrologer. We used to say we're cross-referencing. So we would take what this person said with what that person said. And some people would say things that were like exactly what we wanted to hear. And then some people would be like, say the exact opposite of what we wanted to hear. And for years we did this. I'm going to say that this probably went on for a good 5 years. And it wasn't me and one friend. It was me and all of my friends. So I get it. I know why people do shit like this. It's desperate. It's desperation. We wanted to know that our lives were not going to be in the pain that we were in, whatever the situation was. I wanted to know that this person was going to be mine, and we were going to move forward, and we were going to put the past behind us. I wanted to hear what I wanted to hear, and I was willing to pay whoever it was to tell me that. That's what I did. If I'm being honest and I'm looking back on it, that's what I wanted to hear. And my friends did too. Now, as life unfolded, everybody's life moved forward in a different way. None of us wound up in the situations from then. None of us did. But everybody's life moved forward. So from my one friend who didn't date anybody for like 12 years, there was always showing, now there's only one reader, there's two readers that I'll go to, because I believe that they really know what they're talking about. The one reader would say to my friend, you have a guy coming in here. And it was always, we believe that she already knew who this guy was. But either she couldn't tell her or she didn't know specifically. I mean, and you can't imagine that somebody's going to know everything. Anyhow, so, and it always seemed like it was work related. So now would you believe this? She has a crush on this guy at work, and she's got like a crush on him. Nothing's happening. And she winds up becoming his partner. And it was always kind of like that work relationship, like the work marriage kind of a thing. And he was such a fucking loser. I used to call him Danny Zuko. If you've ever seen Grease, like that's what he reminded me of. Like he was too cool, he was, anyhow. And the reader would say, well, he seems to be tied to work. And we were like thinking, well, maybe it's him. But it wasn't. So she works with this guy for years, and let me tell you the tears that she shed over this guy. And in her head, she knew it was never going to happen. First of all, yeah, she just knew it was never going to happen. Anyway, without all the details. One day, she goes into work out of the clear blue sky, and somebody asks her out. She knew him. He had been around. He wasn't a stranger. He worked there. And she calls me. She's like, I think somebody just asked me on a date. She didn't even know. So she goes out on a date with him, and it was around Labor Day. I remember it was after Christmas that she was saying, she's like, I still don't know how I feel about him, but yet she was still seeing him. She wound up marrying him. Like sometimes these situations that we get in, like we think, oh, we want this so bad. And I could tell you right now that guy that she was infatuated with, Danny Zuko, was such a loser. I don't know much about the guy that she married because I haven't really seen her since, but he was such a loser that had she been with him, she would have been fucking miserable, because he was always looking for the next best girl. He always was getting attention from all these different women. But the guy that she married was interested in her, He wanted to be with her. And for her, that was like, she didn't really know how to accept that, because she was used to this crap. Anyway, Anyway, you get my point. You get my point. But we did it all. We did it all. And what I found was, I went to somebody, I mean, there's all kinds out there. Cosmobiologist. I think that's what it was called. And they look for, this is such Cinderella aspects in your chart to tie you to a person. And I remember, it must have been around the time that Britney Spears married Kevin Federline, because I remember the person talking about their charts. And the person was looking at my chart with the guy that I was seeing at the time. And I was like one Cinderella aspect short of whatever. I mean, were they right? Yeah, I guess they were right because I didn't end up with him. But I was with him a long time. Anyway, I wasn't getting enough from the relationship, though. I always wanted more, and I always felt like I didn't really have anything. And I was looking for somebody to tell me, this is what I wanted to hear. Either he's going to be perfect and be exactly what you want, or get fucking rid of him. And I couldn't get anybody to tell me either. Anyhow. Sarah, for some reason, I think when the guy is more into the girl, it somehow works well. That's exactly what my reader said to her. It's better that he's more into you than you are him. And she didn't like that. You know what it was? It felt funny to her, because she wasn't comfortable with that. Because she was usually the one that was with the limerence and the, you know, the crazy ideas in her head. But with this guy, it's like he came in out of the clear blue sky. She had never taken notice of him before. Mel, but doesn't that make the cards accurate? If it's a fake account, it doesn't exist. The cards pick up it's not being him. Yeah, it is accurate. And it wasn't him, and it also could be if somebody had previously, you know, if you ever have like a DM from somebody that's like, it's a fake account, I get them all the time. And if that's ever happened before, that may be what the cards were answering, because it was fake. But I get it. Listen, I get it. Anybody that's trying to trick, manipulate, figure it out, I've been there. So it's, you know, it's not a judgment call, but like, you didn't do a bad thing. You're fucking human, and you're trying to figure out why you're in the situation that you're in and how accurate things could be. I get it. I totally get it. And especially if a reader had recently said something that was negative. Now you're trying to figure out whether or not this could be right or wrong. I totally get it. We did the same thing. Shrishti, General. You have money coming in. Money comes in, finances are improving. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. The hard work you put into work, school, or business pays off. Maybe thinking about starting a side business or a side project. That could be bringing in more money, big picture. Hi, Nelia. Nelia, why hasn't my brother met Russ yet? It just may be a scheduling thing. Like, they may just have other priorities right now that they just don't have time to get together. Raymond, what do you think will happen next with my whole boss situation? Will there be an apology, or what do you say? You're probably gonna have a meeting about it, and then you guys will talk it out and work it out. Perseverance pays off. Yeah, there could be an apology that comes in. Yeah, I think you're gonna work it out. Crystal, did you post your questions? Maybe they're on the PayPal. Let me just take a look. I don't see the question here. Crystal, if you could post the questions. Do it with a blue heart, please. Hi, Kat. Lourdes, I answered for you a while ago. Sarah, but if I can ask, how did you heal in that year and a half that you were single? I want to be single too, but I'm clueless. How do I heal? I just focused on other things. So I, like, first of all, I was doing a lot of yoga. I was going to yoga. I was like putting my energy there. And then like with that yoga, because they had 4 studios in the area, kind of become friendly with everybody. You know, you're there all the time, and I was working there. Did I just start working there? I must have been working there a while. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So that's what I did. I focused on going to yoga, and I focused on like getting myself, like, I was into like running and becoming friends with the people around yoga, and that's where I put all my energy. And I did a lot of yoga. I would go to yoga on Monday nights. I would go to yoga whenever I could. And that's pretty much what I did. I found something that just filled the void. And when I started to think about him, I would focus on something else. If he popped into my head, it would be like, let's get busy doing something else. I also remember I was crocheting a lot. I suck at crocheting. I never made anything really nice, but I would be okay with making little hats. And I made a lot of hats for the people I worked with at the grocery store. And that like kept me busy because I really couldn't think of anything else while I was focusing on crocheting, because it's, you know, you got to count the stitches or whatever. And I just did whatever I could to take my mind away from it. It's like every time my mind went back to that. At the time, he didn't have any social media, and I wouldn't have been looking anyway, because I found that to be too painful. I didn't want to look at that kind of stuff. So I never was one to do that. And I just focused on things that I could control and things that I would put myself where I wanted to be. And it helped. It helped. I got through it. Crystal, my first question. My home is burnt. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Will the thieves get caught? I think they will get caught, yeah. Should I invest in a PEMF device for my child? Yes, I think you should. Yeah, the card says shows success around it. I don't know what it is, but watching YouTube videos is my hobby. Me too. Cat, finances for the next 3 months. There's growth, change, and transformation coming in with the world at your feet. A wish comes true. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relieved. You should be okay. New love, general. You have choices and options coming in around social activity. You may be feeling like better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. And then life is moving forward and you're ready for it. Old wounds heal and move into the past. I'm good, Bernard. How are you? Bernard, general reading. Oh, Crystal, I'm sorry to hear that. Bernard, you have feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, and relief coming in around finances. Life is moving forward and you're ready for it. There may be a new home coming in. You may be moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever it is, it would be positive. Money comes in, the weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh my God, Crystal. They stole chicken? I can't even imagine. You break into somebody's house and you steal a chicken? It's crazy. I think they're going to get caught. Yeah. If you have homeowners insurance, maybe we'll put a claim in. It's terrible. It's terrible. Mel for the weekend. For the rest of the weekend, you're no longer holding yourself back. Anxiety is easing. You may have money coming in. That's pretty good. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it may resolve itself and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. Life comes into balance, and relief comes in around like finishing whatever you need to get done. Like you may be productive this weekend. Oh my God. I did some Christmas shopping yesterday. I did. And then there are these like little squishy bears that Avery saw at the dollar store. She really wants me to get them. Like she really wants them for Christmas. So I'm like, I think I may send Dad over there today to get them. Although he may screw it up. Maybe I should have him. Maybe I should do it and have him watch her. I will see. Oh, okay, Adonis. Adonis, these intentions towards me in the near future. Communication, happiness, love connection. Not bad. Life's moving forward. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Communication comes in or picks up. Pretty good. Raymond, around what week do you see my ex reaching out? And what will she say since it's been 6 months since she left? I'm going to say you're probably going to hear from her. I don't know what week specifically, but it's probably going to be relatively soon, like maybe within the next 4 weeks or so. And she's probably going to be very like testing the water with you to see if you're willing to speak to her. And then after that, she's probably going to love bomb you. I would be careful. I'd be careful with her. You might do it yourself. Yeah, you want something done right, you better do it yourself. I agree. Oh, that's okay, Adonis. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for? Alrighty, then I'll wrap it up and I'll see you guys later tonight on YouTube. And then I'll be at some point on TikTok today. Maybe around 1, something like that. Explore general. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Money comes in, finances improve, and you might be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Lima for the weekend. Lay down the law, set boundaries if you feel like someone's overstepping. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. You have teamwork favored around whatever it is that you're investing time in, and you may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Old wounds heal and move into the past. All right. I'll see you guys either on TikTok later or on YouTube later tonight. Oh, hi, Mountain. I'm freezing. Happy Friday. Anybody else here I haven't answered for? Mountain, should I go ahead and buy the saddle even though I have to put money into it, or should I buy one through the web? I think the saddle that you have, the one that you asked about, is the one. Yeah, I don't think you need to go through the web. Especially if you like this saddle. Anybody else here I haven't answered for? I'm going to try to get on TikTok about 1 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. You think I could do it? I probably could. Hi, Dr. Sony. General. Negativity moves into the past. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. You may have a new job or business opportunity that comes in, and you may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Mountain, I'm not particularly in love with it, but it seems to have a good tree for Penny. Would Coriante have a tree that would fit her just as well? Okay, let's see. Yes, I think that they would have one. I would explore that option. Yeah, if you're not thrilled with it, yeah, then I wouldn't go for it. Because I think you could find something better. Mountain, would I be able to sell the saddle for more than I paid for it through RR? I think you could, yes. Zoe Lynn, love for January. If you're not with anyone, explore your options and listen to your intuition. May have air coming in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. If you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You also could have water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and life begins to move forward. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve when it comes to love, and it looks like love is moving forward, not backwards. If you're not with anyone right now, it's probably going to be new energy coming in. Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for? Twinkle, I don't think I answered for you. Mountain, will the people be so upset at this point that they don't want to sell to me at all because of it dragging on, or will it bring, or if I bring them the cash tonight, would that resolve it? I think if you showed up with the cash, that would resolve it. Yeah, you got to wish around the situation. Oh, you too, Mountain. Twinkle, you have a question before I wrap it up? Look at him over there sleeping. He's so cute. He's so cute. Twinkle, will my work contract with my client remain for the rest of December? Yes, I think it will. Yep. Alrighty. I'll see you guys tonight on YouTube or later this afternoon on TikTok. Thank you all very much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.